New Zealand Dairy Farmer is proudly brought to you by Hanson Products, providing Kiwi farmers with water system solutions for over 50 years. Welcome back to New Zealand Dairy Farmer. With a wide range of experience in many aspects of farming, John has definite opinions on some of the headline-making issues facing dairy farmers today.
What do you think makes farmers reluctant, perhaps, to do as much planting as you've done?
Yeah, there's probably a few issues there. I think the cost thing is an issue, especially the larger farmers. You know, they're talking, they've probably got different priorities. But in saying that, it's probably not an excuse not to do it. I don't really like to sort of generalise about other people, sort of just concentrate on what I'm doing, really. Yeah.
Do you think it makes a big difference where you farm? You mentioned before about being so close to Mount Tamahanga, being aware of the values of the environment in this area. Other farmers perhaps aren't so lucky to be in such a fortunate position.
Yeah, possibly. We're in the public eye here. We've got a walkway and we're very close, close to Auckland. But that really shouldn't have an impact, really. I think even if you're in a sort of strict dairying area, I think you need to be proactive and make your farm look and function as good as you can.
What would you like to see in the future that you think might encourage more farmers to look more seriously at further planting or even getting started on a planting program?
Yes, I think in this area particularly, we've done a lot. It would be nice to see the surrounding people sort of, because we're in the Whangatea catchment, sort of buy into it. What's going to achieve that, I'm not quite sure. It's sort of, not quite sure really.
What about dairy farmers as opposed to sheep and beef farmers? Dairy farmers always seem to get the bad rap, don't they? What can you do about that?
Yeah, well, that's correct. Whoever coined the phrase dirty dairying, it certainly stuck, didn't it? It's sort of, and there's no two ways about it. That is the elephant in the room at the moment. The environmental concerns with dairying. So, as we all know, dairying is a great contributor to this country and to its economy. So we can't walk away from it, and we just need to take the middle road and make sure that we do things right. And somebody will come up with a very good solution, I'm sure. As a nation, we're full of innovative people, and so we just wait with anticipation. But
so you think there might be a technological breakthrough somewhere down the track that might enable there to be a better balance between dairying and the environment?
Well, let's hope so. I've got, like every farmer, I've got my own views on intensification of agriculture and whether we are actually heading down the right path. Let's say this particular valley, in years gone by, there was 10 farmers here probably milking 80 cows each and having a damn fine living. Now you need to milk 300 cows to make a living. The question must be asked, are we working harder for less? Does that make sense?
Would you like to see a more general debate about that issue out there in the farming community, or do you think that's already underway?
I think it's already underway, and I think let's hope we can do it, through the industry rather than get the big stick waved at us. Because I think, as farmers, we probably are reluctant to be told what to do. Farmers are very independent, but I think that discussion needs to take place.
And farmers need to look towards making their own solution if they possibly can, rather than, as you say, having it imposed on them.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's certainly the preferred option, isn't it? Yeah.
What about politicians who weigh in there, perhaps with not much understanding of farming reality? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, if there's it's, you know, if there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, I suppose they're just trying to gain a political edge, and, you know, you really got to see it coming, really. Some of it is warranted and some of it is unwarranted. There's a lot of good people out there in farming doing a very good job. You know, yeah.
So farmers are much more environmentally aware generally than they used to be?
Well, they've had to be. You know, you know, it is the issue. Before you can solve this issue, you know, and it has different parts to it. I think, you know, we all want to be sustainable. You know, I think there will be very, very few farmers out there that don't care about not being sustainable. How we achieve it it's a $1 million question. There's a lot of people more qualified than me to answer that question.
But it does seem as though dairy farmers in particular have been put out there right in the gun, if you like, rather than other sectors of the farming industry or urban polluters.
Yes, I think so. I think so. I think they've been, I mean, some of it is warranted, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, we all need to, you know, be proactive, and, you know, we all want clean waterways. But I think whether they were an easy target or, you know, and it saddens me to see that the rural-urban divide seems to be getting larger, and, you know, for a nation that's reliant on agricultural exports, like, it's a very, you know, it's a worrying trend.
So how do you think we can turn that around?
Just by focusing the positive aspects of farming, and then really, if it takes legislation to pull other people in line, well, so be it, really. I mean, yeah, it just has to be done. You know, we're here not for ourselves, you know, but for our future generations.
New Zealand Dairy Farmer is proudly brought to you by Hanson Products, providing Kiwi farmers with water system solutions for over 50 years.